You hear when Christian sound nice. Hey.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Detour Essentials Live tonight. We're excited. You know that this episode is always our favorite every month, emerging entrepreneurs, and so we're super excited about the three guests that we have tonight. You may notice that there's only two of us tonight. Nai is unavoidably absent, but we're hoping she's gonna come pop in at some point. So I can't believe that we're almost at the end of the season. Next week is
Mhm.
our last show for this season. 3 seasons, Rashi. That's exciting.
That's Netflix, girl. It's Netflix, baby.
So for those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome. You can follow us every Wednesday. We are here at 8 o'clock. Well, next week will be our last show for this season and we'll take a break. But if you're joining us for the first time, you can go back and watch our first season and our second season and all of our third season on our YouTube channel at Ready to Emerge, or you can catch them on Facebook as well at Ready to Emerge. Follow us on Instagram at Ready to Emerge. So you find us on all of our platforms at Ready to Emerge. So I am Kathy Goodall. For those of you that have never been with us before, I am a connector of brands, businesses, and people, and I'm a part of the Emerge Trio. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. So if Naomi was here, she'd be like, "Hi, my name is Naomi Garrick. I'm CEO of Garrick Communications. I'm the PR chick.
I cannot.
So I'm representing for Nye. So hi Roxanne. Hey Heidi. Guys, put in your comments tonight. It's going to be an exciting night. My name is Rochelle Cameron. You can find me at Adrenaline Rush. I'm CEO of Prescient Consulting Services, a boutique firm that offers legal, communications, and HR services to businesses to help you with just impactful strategies to make life that much easier, to help you make some more money. Alicia, big up yourself from Cayman. Jillian Ferguson.
Really? We missed you too. So
Hey.
we always want to know where you're joining us from. So just drop it in the chat. You know, we have people from the UK, from Asia, from Canada, all different parts of Canada, all over the US, the Caribbean, and of course, right here in our nice little jam down, Montego Bay, St. Anne, Kingston, all over the place. We see people joining us from Clarendon. So just let us know where you're joining us from. I haven't seen anybody from Lucky Hill, just saying.
I'm just saying, where my Lucky Hill peeps are.
Just saying.
Wasn't them there?
Yes. So tonight I'm excited, but before we get into tonight's show, next week is our last show and we have something really exciting planned. Have any of you ever done a visioning session with Rochelle? Well, I'm sure you can imagine the entertainment that we're going to have next week from our visioning. When Rochelle, we all know how descriptive Rochelle is, right? So imagine doing a visioning session with Rochelle. So next week, though, I'm really excited because we are going to be having our virtual vision board session. So we're going to send out an email. We're going to post on all of our platforms, all of the things that we want you to have to come with us next week. Loretta, you should be in your bed sleeping. But we're so happy that you're joining us from London. So tonight, we celebrate our emerging entrepreneurs. As small business owners, we know how much it is to need support and how supportive we are of our little community. And especially in COVID, we know that collaboration and support is something that is very, very important to all of us. And we've all been making a special effort to support our local businesses, right? And so as we prepare for our vision board session next week, we will be introducing you to 3 businesses that are going to help you to execute that vision. So you see, we're doing it in stages. We're making sure that we're preparing you first, and then we give you the tools, right, to vision. Yes. So I'm super excited, and I'm going to hand over to Roshi for her introduction.
Okay. Hello, Emergers. Lorianne, great to see you. Really looking forward to next week. And as Kathy said, we don't just want you to try to vision the things that you're wondering where you're going to get the resources. So we're showing you 3 particular resources that you can use tonight. And let me give you a little story. You know that our friend now, we can chat her because she's not there tonight. So now they take up one hobby, everybody, with horse, polo. So I don't know nothing about horse nor nothing, but she take up polo and turned into this polo star. And it has become such an adventure for her. It has become just a whole new frontier for her, meeting new people, networking, but also giving her a complete outlet. And one of the things, as we're doing our vision boards, sometimes we put things like adventure or new hobbies that we want. Or, when we talk about balance, these other things that we want to do. So everybody knows that I'm an orchid lady. If you didn't know, I'm introducing myself as an orchid lady. Yes, I killed a couple hundred, but hey, I have several hundred that have done well, and we don't talk about the death of orchids, we talk about the life of orchids. So in the COVID time, I started following people who were dealing with green plants. And I was like, these green plants, like these monsteras and stuff. And I said, but they look nice though, and they just look so lush and green, and they make the place look nice. So I started following this lady, Elsa Plant Lady. I said, where Elsa Plant Lady come from? Right here in Jamaica. And then I realized that she come from Chilani with the Elsa Plant Lady van full of the plants them, and she comes every Thursday. So I'm roping in at the planting. And let me tell you something, it has been amazing, my gardening exploits. So Christian was starting to attack my monstera, so I have to hide them all round me and in a little spaces, but I'm living in a jungle and it is amazing. So I tell Elsa, she's like, she come with my drugs, my plants, and you know what? They make me feel so happy and relaxed. So we get a hobby for you. So Elsa, who is the ultimate pivoter. So Elsa was in customer service. She's been in there. She's like the premier customer service agent. Everybody knows Elsa in Montego Bay. And COVID comes. So Elsa doesn't sit down and cry about it. A friend says to Elsa, hey, why don't you, with all of these plants that you have, why don't you start selling them? And just like that, Elsa gets her son to start an Instagram page for her. She sells her first plant. Then she realized that people are really into it. She's so interactive on our Instagram page, but because of her amazing customer service experience over the years, she's blended that into this new product area that she has, and she delivers in Kingston on a Thursday. And collecting plants from Elsa is like a verb. It's like you're Elsering on a Thursday. It's a big thing, guys. So if you're not doing it yet, and let me tell you, when you get hooked on Elsa the plant lady, like she's your BFF, you can Instagram DM Elsa at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday or first thing in the morning on a Thursday. And as long as that van has not driven out yet, Elsa is providing for you. She is amazing, and we get the opportunity to share the Emerge platform with her tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a round of applause, because when Elsa the plant lady is coming to drop off your plants, it's like picking your weight on Santa Claus for Christmas. You look through the window and say, where Elsa there? Where Elsa there? Elsa the plant lady, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi everyone. Hello everyone.
Hi Elsa, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Rafael, when you're through with that speech, there's nothing I can say. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else. You have said it all. You have said it all. You have said it all.
Elsa, it is fantastic to have you on tonight. Thank you so much for what you're doing and giving us all new hobbies and new frontiers. But where does passion for plants come from? Where did this all begin? Where did Elsa the plant lady emerge from?
You know what? I was not living where I am now, but there's land space where I moved to. So one of my friends said she started buying plants and she pulled me along with her. So from she started, if she buy one, I buy two. If she buy three, I buy four. And I realized that I have this, they look so beautiful when the lush green leaves, because I prefer foliage. I love foliage over the blooms.
Yeah.
So when I see the plants, I cannot help myself but buy. If I have one of the plants, if I go out and I see another one that looks just like it, I still buy the plant. So I end up with a few plants that are the same. So that's how my other friend said to me, you need to start selling the plants. And it started there. And I realized I have the green thumb. My dad used to plant a lot of fruit trees. And the space that I am now, that's where I moved to after COVID. The land is there. So if you ever see that place,
Amazing.
I'm turning it into a little jungle, a little plant jungle. Yes.
So
That's
Elsa,
all started.
this pivot, because you would have been in full-time employment doing your thing and COVID hits, and for a lot of people there was like this COVID paralysis where you are in a service industry that was severely impacted. What was that driver for you to try something different and pivot?
Because when I made the Instagram page and I posted the pictures, the reaction that I got from my close friends and other persons, that I look just the way how you're acting now. Look at the way you're acting now. Tell me why I should stop doing what I'm doing. Tell me. There's no reason at all. If before we started here, you were texting me that you needed a plan for a space. My head is working right now because you know I'm gonna find a plan for you. You know that for sure. So that is what keeps me going. And as you said, the customer service part of me that's been in over the years, I just blend it into what I'm doing now. When you're saying 9 o'clock, you can text me. People text 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, when I get up in the night to use the bathroom, I always check my phone.
Yeah.
And trust me, I respond to the messages. I respond to every single message that I get. So that's my drive. The excitement on person's faces, like you, just your face alone.
No, and I really do. And guys, let me tell you, when you talk about delivery, and we talk about small businesses and the importance of the experience that you get, and it is an experience with Elsa. So Elsa, you know that one of the things when I just started, because when I jump in something and Kathy knows. So if me I do arcade, me I do love arcade one time. Not about them. So me see the monstera and me say me like that big plant them. I want that big plant.
That's the best color. Everybody should own a monstera.
I think so. But one of the things that you were so amazing at was providing the tips, but you also did that follow-up. So for those persons who are watching that secretly want to get into this plant world, and they said to themselves, but me just kill plants. What advice would you give them to just join us?
All right. Number one, the major issue with killing plants is underwatering or overwatering. Yes. Stop telling yourself that you're going to kill the plant. Because a lot of persons text me and they're like, I don't have any green thumb. I don't know anything about plants. I want to try a plant, but I've killed so many before. But guess what? Buy the plant. Treat the plant like a loved one.
Why is it talking about me? Talking about me, please.
You need to treat the plant like a loved one. Treat it like your son. Treat it like your daughter. Treat it like your hobby. You see, every morning you wake up, you need to pay some attention to that plant. Every day you need to pay some attention to the plant. Don't tell yourself that you're not good with plants. If you have killed some before, just buy one and start over. There are some plants that are harder to kill. So, Kathy,
I'm not gonna let you embarrass me in front of all these lovely people. I won't tell you the plants that have not survived me.
I'm gonna take a plant for you. I'm gonna take a snake plant for you. That's one of the hardest plants to kill. And you see, if you kill that plant, I'll wipe you off. You cannot kill plant.
You see what I'm saying? And that is the encouragement too that helps people on this journey, because it's become such a hobby for me. What have some of the experiences just working with your clients been like that has just been driving that passion?
It's just like I can use you as example because you're here. Talking to you, even when we are not here on the phone, you send a message, you say you want to do this, you want to do that. I always say to you, if you have a plant and you notice something that it looks different from when you got it, don't be afraid to reach out to me. Reach out to me and I can guide you and tell you what to do to revive the plant if it's dying. So persons reach out all the time, and I know it's the customer service inside of me and the love for the plant. So I respond to every single message that I get, and I give you advice. If I don't know, I tell you that I'll get back to you. I'll do my research, do my experiment, and I get back to you and give you the information so you can have living plants. So you don't
What are some of the challenges that you have faced? Because you're in entrepreneurship now and you've just like jumped into it. What are some of the challenges that you faced and some of the anxieties you've had in this process?
You know, so far my biggest anxiety is someone ordering a plant and I can't find it. Honestly, for now. Yes. Because if you ask me for a plant, even if I don't have it, I don't tell you no. I go and I search for the plants. And if I can't find that exact plant, I try to find something similar to it. So at least you'll be pleased just the same. But I never say no. I don't say no. Give me a few weeks, give me a few days, and I'll try my best to find it for you. So I don't really have a lot of major issues so far. I am hoping to expand because I am just doing it from home. I don't have a shop per se. I don't have a space for you to use. So it's basically an online thing now. So I'm looking towards getting a space and just growing the business, getting more plans. So anything you want, I can send it to you. I want to start delivering more than one day because it's just one day now. I want to start delivering for like 2-3 days out of the week. I want to keep going. I just want to keep going and going. And then the excitement. As Rochelle said, sometimes I had a lady that called me. She ordered 3 monsteras and she said, Elsa, I will not sleep tonight. You're coming tomorrow? I am not sleeping. I am not going to bed. And when I took the plans to her, we did a photo shoot. I was with her for more than half an hour. Thanks to that excitement, it gives me joy. As you can, it gets me so emotional because of the response I get from each person. I don't have a lot of negative responses from person because if there's an issue with a plant, if you get a plant and you tell me that it died like a day or 2 days, that never happens though. But if something like that happens, what I normally try to do is I replace the plant.
Yes.
I probably say, you can probably try this one because this one is a bit harder for you to kill. Or just try it and see what happens where that is concerned.
But Elsa, do you do landscaping for people? Like if somebody came and said, we want you to come and look at a space and make recommendations.
I have made recommendations, but I've not actually gone to look at a space.
Okay.
But I am hoping for all of that. I want that to be in the business. So everywhere you go, you see Elsa plant lady, Elsa plant lady. That's what I'm aiming for.
Oh, that's wonderful. And just following on Kathy's question with do you go and look at spaces? As you talked about, you want to see Elsa. When you vision Elsa Plant Lady Supplies, like what are you seeing for the future of this business?
For the future of this business, I want to see every other delivery truck passing Elsa Plant Lady. I want to pass everybody's homes and I want to see a plant and I want to say that I sold her that plant. Because the funniest thing is I went to this supplier and he was asking me about a plant. I normally get plants from him. And he showed me a picture of a plant. He said that a lady showed him the plant and said that she wanted it. Guess what? I sold the plant to the customer. When I saw that picture, I am like, I know that plant.
Yes, baby.
That is my baby. So that is what I want. I just want it to be out there. I want to be on everybody's tongues. I want, if you think of a plant, you think of Elsa. That's what I want. That's what I'm aiming for. And I know it's going to happen because I have faith. So it's gonna, yes. I know it will.
And one of the things that you do a lot is you kind of pair yourself with other small businesses. So for example, if somebody does pots, you're going to tag them. You're going to tag the plant that you sold in the pot from that place. How important is that for us to small business professionals to be also supporting each other and bringing up each other and promoting?
Yes, it is, because as I say, each one helps one. So you're doing something that's affiliated with my plant business. I'm gonna assist you. Somebody asking for a plant, I may not have it, and I know somebody else that has it. I know somebody that has a pot. I will always refer you because guess what? When I do that, you're gonna do the same with me. When somebody comes to you and asks you for a monstera and you don't have a monstera, you said monstera Elsa, because that's what happens now. If you need a monstera,
is Elsa?
Any plant person that asks them, they're gonna say try Elsa Plant Lady.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I have in my background my elephant ears. posed in the
I
background.
don't want to say anything, but I see it over there. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. That's my plan. It came from me. See? Right there.
Okay, I know you have some questions about emerging entrepreneurs on social media, so I'll hand over to you now.
Okay. So, Elsa, what advice would you give to emerging entrepreneurs?
All right. Sometimes you may feel like you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to do stuff. You don't want to do anything. All right. At the end of the day, let's put it this way. We love what we're doing, but if we're doing it and we're not getting any funds, then guess what? We're not going to do it. So even though we love it, that's the aim at the end of the day. So sometimes this week you may make a certain amount, next week you make a certain amount, next week you don't make any at all. And you're like, no man, this just not working out. Find something to push you. Find something, try something new, do something, but don't give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Because 2-3 years ago, if you told me I would be a plant lady, I would say no. 2-3 years ago, I was working for Caribbean Airlines at the airport, customer service. I would say no. Plants are just for decoration, not for me to sell. And look at me, no. So never, ever give up. Find something that you love. And once you love it, you'll have the passion and you won't want to give up. You will not want to give up. Trust me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the passion that you speak about plants, and I'm just like,
I'm gonna give you the snake plant because trust me, you cannot kill the plant. I'm gonna give you the snake plant. I am gonna give you the snake plant, and you'll see. And listen, most of my customers, they are customers that I've had from I started last year. Rochelle can tell you. She orders every week. She texts me, you leave out yet? I have repeat customers every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Yes. So you're gonna get hooked too.
so how have you used social media to grow your business?
Basically, I just use Instagram. My son made the page, and I just basically use Instagram. I don't use Facebook as much, but I just use IG, and it has blossomed from there. It's going great, and I know there are many more avenues that I can take. So I'm gonna do it, but for now, I'm just using Instagram.
All right. So tell us now, where can people find you?
Elsa Plant Lady. Elsa _plant_lady.
There you go.
You can message me right now. You can message me tonight. You can message me in the morning. And I'm delivering in Kingston tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to use this platform. If you need anything, give me a text, send me a message, and I'll take your plant to you tomorrow. I'll make sure that I come tomorrow because I normally come most times, but sometimes the driver comes alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I come tomorrow because I come in to give Rochelle a big hug.
I said, let me make sure I put in my order. My aunt came to my house yesterday and she says, you need some green inside the house. I'm like,
I'm going to take the snake
plant. There's none.
I'm going to take the snake plant for you too.
First, I need to let Kim and Tanya come to my house before I move anything else into my house.
No problem. Not a problem. Anytime you're ready, I'm here. Whenever you're ready, I'm here.
So Elsa, though, before we even go on, one of the things, as we're even talking, as I was remembering with the vision boarding, as people are trying to find other outlets, like these new things to try, just to try a new thing and expand their horizons. Can you tell us, you see the joy on your customers' faces. What is it like when you get into this plant world?
Oh Lord, I get lost in the plant world. I honestly do. I get lost in the plant world. Right now, the space that I am now is my childhood home. There's a lot of space there, so I plant everywhere, all around the house. There are plants. In the morning, I wake up from 6 o'clock and I'm outside. Sometimes I spend the entire day out there.
Oh,
I am just with the plants. At nights, sometimes you see me outside with the flashlight looking for those horrible snails and slugs. It's not easy, but it's what I love, so I do it.
yes.
Wow.
This is what I love, so I do it. So persons out there, whatever it is that you find joy in, whatever it is that you love, because they say once you're doing something that you love, you've never worked in a day. This is how I'm feeling now. I am feeling that I am bringing joy to persons and I'm making myself happy. I'm much calmer now. I am a bit older now. I am calm. Nothing bothers me. There's a whole world of possibilities out there. I don't see the negative in anything. I look for the positive in anything, and that is what I advise everybody to do. Every disappointment, look for the good in every disappointment and never give up. Whatever your dream is, never, ever, ever, ever give up.
Yes.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Elsa.
You're most welcome. Never, ever give up, guys.
So Kimberly says her love and passion is the real fertilizer.
Exactly.
No, my aunt is on, and she says, when you made the comments about me getting the plant, she says it will die.
It will.
Auntie Jen, that's not nice.
My aunt will die. It's
every
not
orchid that I've ever gotten, I've given to my aunt because I know it will live.
Yeah. But you know,
it's not gonna die. Don't tell yourself that it's not gonna die. Speak to the plant every day. You're gonna live. You're gonna live for me. Just to show Elsa that I didn't live. Yes. And watch and see if that plant is not gonna live. It's gonna live just for you, just to show off. Yeah.
Just to show off. JT says,
Exactly so. Exactly.
Well, Elsa, this has been just amazing, and we are definitely going to have you back on the show because we have to showcase the plants. But before you go, can you tell us some of the more popular plants? Because if people are like me, we like know some plant names. So in a conversation, we know what people are talking about. What are some of you mentioned the monstera and the snake plant? What are some of the other popular plants? The easy to manage plants.
All right, the monstera. All plants are easy to manage. Do not tell yourself that you're going to live. Speak to the plants also. You're going to live. Tell them that they're going to live. But trust me, the most popular plants now, the Monstera delicosa, that one that is the most popular. That I have sold so many Monsteras. The snake plants, that one for clearing the air also. That's a very, very, very good plant to have in your house, especially in your bedroom. There's the rubber plant. Rochelle, when you posted that rubber plant, if I had 1 million rubber plants, I would have told. She have one. Rubber plant, yes. The fiddly fig is also very popular, but I cannot seem to find that plant for the likes of me.
Yeah.
Fiddly fig, yes. The birds of paradise is also popular. And one that just burst out of the blues is the watermelon peperomia.
Yes.
That plants a lot of persons, I realize now. So that's gotten very popular, the watermelon peperomia. And then you have the Swiss cheese, that's a smaller version of the monsteras. A lot of persons love that plant too.
Yeah.
Basically, those are a few. You need to have, each person needs to have at least one of those.
One of those. I have one of them.
I don't even know what any of these plants look like. Never heard of them before.
Norma Dell and Norma says, Kathy, the snake plant is good for oxygen intake in your bedroom. Also, you can water it once a week. And I do a simple thing with plants. I say, like, me not born yesterday, and me say me a bright girl.
Good.
So every plant me research everything, lighting, watering. And the thing is that you start a relationship, you know the plant not doing well somewhere, you move it around, but it brings you so much joy. And let me tell you, Elsa, you have been such a blessing to us during this COVID period. We are grateful for your pivot. We are grateful for your energy. And we're just praying just continued blessing and growth for your business. And you heard it here. If you did not know before, it's Elsa, the plant lady. Oh my God, mommy in the house.
She's my manager from the airport. From the airport.
Thank you so much. Davian mentions the peace lily. Elsa has peace lily.
Yes,
so
peace lily also.
Follow her now. Go onto her Instagram page right away. Elsa, the plant lady. She has pictures of the plants. She has descriptions of the plants. She's coming into Kingston tomorrow to do deliveries. So just in case that plant fever itching you right now, send her a DM. Send her a WhatsApp. Her information is in the chat, and Elsa will deliver. Your life will not be the same. Thank you, Elsa, and God.
Elsa.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah.
So we are going to move from our plans straight into our body that we're going to envision, right? Next week. So Selena Dillion has been working with people to reach their weight loss goals in the health and fitness industry for over 21 years in Jamaica, Cayman, Haiti, and the United States. Core Faith Foods has been the medium that she has yielded the best results for over 1,300 people over the last 6 years, and her success stories have been increasing steadily. Rochelle is one of her success stories, might we add. She has a wealth of coaching experience and a track record of getting results that keep her clients loyal and happy. When you see how Rochelle was talking with the passion about Elsa and her plans, when Rochelle started talking about Selena last week, I was like, how have I never heard you talk about her before? And she had me, I won't say past curfew, but talking about Selena and the results that she got. She's a certified Pilates, spinning, and personal trainer. She has a love for helping people and working with them to enhance their greatest assets. And in COVID, we all know what that is, right? Our health. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Selena Dillion.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me.
Hi,
Thank you.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you. Like I said, Rochelle wouldn't stop talking about you last week. That she has gotten from you.
Let me say, it makes me feel so good to get that review, because it's more of you that you're able to experience because of this platform that I have been able to provide for you. So it's more of you.
Absolutely. A blessing. So, Selena, you've been doing this for over 21 years, but when did this passion for helping people reach their weight loss goals emerge?
Well, actually, I have always had a passion for helping people reach their goals. But the problem was that before I came across this platform, it was very difficult for me to get people to actually reach their goals. Because when you're trying to help people who are eating all real foods, right? There's a chicken, and then there's a chicken, and then there's a chicken. There's a fried chicken, and then there's a grilled chicken, and then there's a whole heap of chicken, and then there's a little bit of chicken, and there's sauces. And so it was very difficult for me to track and help people and educate people, because the truth is that if you're going to do weight loss through natural foods, you have to be a pro. You have to be a ninja to understand portions, to understand how to cook it with the right things so that you're not going over your fat intake. You have to know how much carbohydrates you're supposed to be eating. You're supposed to know how much calories you're going to be eating. You need to know what time to eat. You need to know what to eat with what. There's combinations, there's portions, there's timing, there's prep, and then there's fat and calorie intake. So putting all of that together, if you're not a scientist, it gets frustrating. And most people just get frustrated because if you're doing it naturally, it takes long. And the truth about the frustration is that what you really need is just a hand to hold you and say to you, look, you're doing it right. Keep going. I'm going to hold you. We're going to walk through this process. Or if they're breaking down or if they're feeling like they just can't go through it any longer, at least they would have had a hand to hold them. So paired along with my products, because what I offer, I have over 50 different varieties of foods, which are portion controlled, calculated, calibrated, measured, and worked out for you so that we know exactly what you're getting. And we're going to tell you exactly when to plug that in. So it's carefully calibrated for you. So the 1, 2, 3 is done. You don't stress about what am I going to eat. I need to lose weight. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat. Where am I going to get it from? When am I going to get time to fix it? All of that goes away. So we're taking a lot of anxiety out of the equation for people. And the truth is that it causes women, especially, a lot of anxiety because then they feel like they're failing.
Yes.
And all they want to do is just spice up their lives.
Right.
Their clothes.
Yeah.
Feel good. And then they feel like they're failing. And then they feel like it's just one more thing to do. So we take all of that away for them. And then I provide the coaching. And that's really where the value is. The value is in the coaching because there's so many layers to food.
Yeah.
It's not just nourishment. It's not just sustenance. We use food for so many different deep-seated things. And if you really start to dig deeper into what the food brings up when you take it away, you become aware of all of the attachments that you have around food. And sometimes it freaks people out.
Yes.
It's true, because
So
when I was doing the coaching and when you mentioned the coaching, I was like, just give me the little package them of the food and thing and tell me when to eat it. But we're not in a no long talking about no food. And you're like, this coaching is important. And I'm like, I don't know when to fit this in my schedule. I don't even talk about this food. I'm just like, I mean, just tell me what I'm to do. But it was so amazing having those conversations and even recognizing how I eat and changing those eating patterns. So I started looking forward to those conversations. So I would highly recommend that. It's almost as if you have a partner on the journey and somebody that's really looking out for you, but without judgment. So even like when Selena would have said to me, like, you know, how are you feeling? And I'm just like, how do I sound like I'm feeling? This is week 1. I'm hungry. I'm looking at a little picnic and I give the cheese sticks and then throw it on the ground. I'm ready for jump on the ground. I eat the cheese sticks. I cannot do this. Don't ask me.
For the cheese drinks.
And she just can't, because she's been through the process. So it is something that kind of guided process through the weight loss and even understanding how you treat with food, highly recommended.
Yes, and the truth is that for me to help people to open up their view and understanding about food, it's really all about education and awareness.
Yeah.
And the truth is that a lot of people will do the plan for a month, they'll lose 12 to 15 pounds, right? But that's not all they get. And then a pantry food is not just to put the food in the pantry like a supermarket. You get a lot more than just food, because what you take away is you take away a deeper understanding about what food is for, how to use food, how to get back in control of food, right? The control thing is major, and it has nothing to do with what's on the scale. It's the feeling that you get back of being in control is priceless, is worth any amount of pounds. And that is confidence. That's pure gold to go forward. The understanding of the food, and also the power that you get over the cravings, over the out of control eating, over the self-sabotaging, and then, you know, just the vicious cycle, which is just the hamster wheel that so many people are on. Now, people who go through my plan not only keep the weight off, but if it goes back up 5 pounds, 10 pounds, they know exactly where to come back to, because they know that it works. And they know that it's not that hard. And so that brings me to another conversation. A lot of people who start the plan, the first thing they want to do is backpedal. I don't think I can do this. And then they all, Russia, they all come back to me within the first week and they say, listen, no, that was not that hard. I can do it. First 3 days, a little bit rough. That's the truth. But if you can get through the first 3 days, you'll be good for the month.
Wow.
So you do all the food prep, you offer the coaching. Are there any other programs or services that you offer?
The truth is that I don't do all the meal prep. So I provide 3 out of the 4 meals for the day that the participant is responsible to prepare their final meal, which is a protein and vegetable meal. But I do provide over 50 different recipes that they can use to learn how to cook differently, to learn how to enjoy a different style of cooking and change their palate, change their interest in how they eat and how they cook and how they approach food. So I give you a lot of tools and resources, and I have an amazing salad dressing, which Rochelle will tell you a little bit about.
Because, you know, when I eat the vegetable, we're not really into the vegetable.
It's a dressing.
Salad. No, the salad dressing is awesome. Yeah. When me says so.
Right.
Let's put around those things.
It make you fall in love. Make you fall in love with the vegetables.
So Selena, if for somebody like me who doesn't really, I mean, I don't really want to lose weight, but I want to eat healthy. You have meal plans for somebody like me that just wants to maintain my health or even become a healthier eater without necessarily wanting to lose a bunch of weight.
Well, the truth is that I really just deal with weight
Weight
loss.
loss. Okay.
You know what my plan is? My plan is boot camp for your mouth. You know, and the truth is that my philosophy is that you can't lose weight with fitness. And
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 21 years, and I can tell you, you can't lose weight from fitness. The only way you're going to lose weight and cause a change in your body is if you control your mouth. All right. And that is a mind game. It's a mind game. And you need help and you need tools. Right. So, what I would say to you about the maintaining of your weight, maintenance is easy. Maintenance is a no-brainer, right? But what I do is I provide a maintenance plan for my weight loss success story. So when you have gone through the month, then you will get a maintenance plan included in the price of the 1 month weight loss. And we're running a promotional price at $50,000 right now for the 1 month plan. We give you the supplements, which has an appetite suppressant in it. We also provide you with 3 out of your 4 meals for the day. So you only have to find a meal. Provide you with the coaching, the maintenance plan, and, you know, of course, the results.
Yeah.
Excellent. What are some of the challenges that you've had with the program, with the clients? I mean, I know some of us, like you said, can be difficult because, you know, you start a week and you backpedal.
I approach every client, and this might sound corny, but with love, really. It is true. Because when we go back to passion and my why is to help people. So I can see people when they walk through the door and whatever issues they come in with and whatever, you know, insecurities they come in with and whatever fears they come in with. I see them and I handle people, I think, very, you know, with kids clubs. And I've had a lot of experience dealing with customers, 21 years. So I know how to deal with people.
Yes.
And I really do get a lot out of seeing them emerge. After the 28 days. They just transform and they're totally different afterwards. So some of the challenges that I've had is that there are people who do have health, you know, challenges, real health challenges, and then they'll have to stop because their bodies can't manage weight loss at the same time. That's always a disappointing thing. The other challenge that I've had with regards to health is that people who have thyroid problems, their bodies just are inhibited for weight loss. So that has been frustrating for me to sell them on something, do it, yes, you're going to do it, yes, it's going to work, and then they don't lose any weight because they have a thyroid challenge. Another challenge that I have found is that people who are very, very, very close to their goal weight and want to be very, very, very slim, the program doesn't work as I advertise it. You know, it's not a massive amount of pounds that you're going to lose, but those last 4 are so stubborn that you literally have to do the long jump and go for the long haul and stick it out for the 3 weeks to be able to get the last 4 pounds off. So I have to be training them like Olympic athletes. So those are some of the challenges that I've had, but I've had success though.
Absolutely. So for those people that are skeptical and they, you know, owe another program, what would you say to encourage them?
Okay, so a lot of people have done a lot of programs and they are cynical. They're just resigned about it. Well, this won't work for me. The truth is that if you really look into it, have you given it your best shot? Have you really, can you walk away from yourself and say that you gave it your best shot? Can you do that? I mean, because at the end of the day, you're going to wake up in your body every single morning. You're going to still wake up in your body. So if you can approach yourself and say, I've really given it my best shot and know that that is the truth, then I would say, you know, don't bother. But if you look at the programs that people have tried, they are lacking coaching. They didn't have the hand to hold them. Then if you don't have the direction, chances are you're going to get it wrong. It's easy to get it wrong. It's not a criticism. Like, if you eat too much protein, you won't see the weight loss that week. If you have carbohydrates mixed with meat, you won't see the weight loss that week. If you cheat a little bit on the weekend, you won't see the weight loss that week. And so, it kind of gets like so frustrating for people. And then they don't have the coaching to buffer them. So then they just drop off. So you can't compare it to traditional food.
Yeah.
After 21 years in the business, what advice would you give to emerging entrepreneurs?
Wow. I really liked what Elsa said. Move from your passion. You gotta move from your passion every single day, because that's what's the only thing that's gonna get you out of bed. The only thing that's gonna keep the bed underneath you is to watch your numbers. So she's say that. You gotta be smart. You gotta charge what you know that you're worth. You gotta move from your passion and know that you're the best. And you have to never ever give up. I love that advice that Elsa gave. So that would be what I would say to young entrepreneurs.
That's excellent. How do people
And
find
don't listen to nobody. Lock them out. Lock them out.
Yep. Block out all the negativity.
Just leave them out and go through. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
How do people find you?
CorfitJa on Instagram, Facebook, Corfit Pilates and Weight Loss. CorfitJa on Instagram, and you can also email us hello@corfitja.com, and my website is www.corfitfoods.com. Wait until Friday to log on though, because our website is going to be launching, our new website launching Friday. Very excited. Very excited. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you so much, Selena, and a personal thanks to you, because I was one of the skeptics. I was just following my friend to accompany her on the journey, and I thought if I got rid of some of the porridginess of my legs, then why not? And it's been the maintenance. It was really a mindset shift. I didn't realize how much it would just change how I eat, and even how I enjoy food, because I do enjoy food. But you are really, as B3 parenting, hi Michelle says, Selena knows her stuff. So reach out. She knows her stuff. Thanks, Selena.
That's a supreme compliment.
And keep on doing what you're doing. We just pray continued blessing over everything that you're doing and the lives that you are changing. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Selena. Oh, wow.
And if Michelle is still on, so B3 Parenting, I'm a big fan. B3 Parenting has an event coming up in May called Think Big. So please follow B3. So, Catherine.
Yes, Rashida.
That we had a conversation about, when you're setting new dreams and vision, it's like you have to declutter, you have to remove some of the baggage, and some of it is in the mind, but actually there is stuff around us sometimes that we need to almost cleanse our space and release our space for newness. Absolutely. And I tell you that I had done some decluttering recently. One, I didn't realize that I was a secret hoarder. I'm a hoarder.
Yes, guilty.
For things. Michelle, please post the information because we want enough people and think big. It is going to be huge. So can you just put the information on, because we want the people to be on. It's going to be huge. I'm really looking forward to it. So as I was doing my decluttering, and I see my brother.
Wait, I'm sorry, Michelle. I just have to pause because my brother is on, and so hi Shay. Just wanted to say hi.
And it's funny, he should join now because he's hearing me talk about decluttering. And he was like, wow, girl, you have a lot of things. Like you just gather things around you. He's like, some things, he's like, what do you use these things for? What are they for? Why did you purchase this? Why do you have it there? Why is it in a box hiding? And I went through this thing that, one, if I didn't remember what it was out. It would serve well for somebody else. I try to keep my clothes well, that when I can actually pass it on to somebody who can make it a fantastic treasure. If I look in the closet and I don't recognize something, sometimes you're like, who bought this? Is this mine? I'm like, you're out. Haven't worn it for a year, you're out. So I needed to release, and I realized that, sometimes you're holding on to things and you need to release. And sometimes it really starts with your space. In fact, I think a lot of times it starts with how we organize our space. And
look who's here. Nine, we miss you.
So she not come on. She just like stay there. So hi. It's kind of weird, like her watching us from the other side.
No, but you're right, Rashid. It starts with our physical environment. And I think a lot of people, and tonight we're going to understand the difference between cleaning and actually decluttering. Yeah. Right? Because it's a big difference.
Tidy. Sometimes the place neat and tidy, but it's so bad. You draw them choke up, you can't find nothing. And you know what happened? You just tend to pick up the things off the top. You wear the same shoes all the time. You wear the things that are easy to pull down. So tonight, as we're looking in the future, it is about decluttering. So Tanya Alexander and Kim Menzies are flight attendants. They were flight attendants for over 20 years. So you see all of this customer service training, this kind of experience dealing with difficult people, but also seeing through people and understanding their needs. So they both shared a love for organization and structure. The COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdown propelled the launch of Declutter. So who thinks you're not now going in a COVID? Launched during the pandemic. So they offered it to friends and family, and the hobby has pivoted into a business, and they now offer services as professional organizers. And when you go on their page, they say to move on and create new dreams. We need to let go of things, and they talk about space, just the ability to capture and reclaim your space. So powerful. So tonight we're gonna declutter with the Declutter team, Kim and Tanya. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you from where you are as you welcome Kim and Tanya, because we're gonna clear up some space.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
We're so excited to have you.
We're happy to be here.
Fantastic to have you, and it's so timely. It is so timely. So, ladies, you know that many of us say things like we love organization and we love structure. So, everybody knows I love order and I love structure. But I'm really a secret hoarder. I didn't even realize how much I'm a secret hoarder. How did you translate this love for organization and structure into your actual passion? Where did this all emerge from?
Okay, well, we both had this as a hobby originally. Friends and family doing their closet, it was just fun. Kim has a little more OCD than me, but it's all about reclaiming that space. That junk drawer that we all have, we need to empty it all out, and it becomes a utility drawer, not junk. That warranty for that toaster that you bought 5 years ago, you probably threw out that toaster and you still have the book, the little instructions.
I feel so attacked tonight. Why? Everybody attacking me tonight.
So that's part of it.
And it's not just homes, it's offices as well. We do offices as well. Any space. Because you find that a lot of people are still old school and have paper files upon files.
Yes. So Kim,
we are actually on furlough right now. We have been as flight attendants, and we're just looking. I think because a lot of people are working from home, so they're seeing that clutter. They're seeing it more. The kids are in their space. The chips, everything is all over the place. So we realized that maybe even though it's COVID and the finances might be a little off, people do want to make their space theirs, their little office area at home. And a cluttered space is a cluttered mind, right? As Rochelle indicated. Yes. So that's part of our love, and we're making it our venture and emerging entrepreneur.
Oh, this is wonderful. And I'm seeing the comments coming. Alicia says, "This I need to hear." When you mentioned that clutter, she's like attacked.
You can skip over Auntie Jen's comments. Team Auntie Jen is on with her careless comments.
So when you mentioned the warranty for the
Skip over Auntie Jen's comments.
yeah, and you know what? You save all of
even we're all guilty of holding on to things that no longer serve its purpose. And even I went through some stuff, and I'm like, why do I still have every finger painting art that my child did from kindergarten?
How do you throw that away?
I love you, but really, it's taking too much. So you have to purge.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that you made.
2 iron and 2 rice cooker and 2 pressure cooker. Like, and my significant other is like, I'll fix it. I'm like, why? Why do we need? Why? It's just as inexpensive to buy a new one than to have. He's gonna fix it. Forever gonna fix. I'm like, I just put it on the pot and don't tell him, and he doesn't miss it.
Yeah.
So you have to. It's hard. Not everybody. It's emotional too for some people.
Yes.
There's sentimental value. I find Jamaicans are very sentimental. Grandma, auntie gave me this, and we hold on to it. We're not going to wear it. We're not going to use that china set because it's not microwavable, because it has a little gold around it. So you just have to be practical. But we're not pushing anybody. We're not forcing you. Just guiding you. We're not forcing you to get rid of all those shoes, Rochelle, that I hear you have, or all those clothes. We're not forcing you to get rid of it. Just organize it so you know.
Organizing them.
Yeah. Because even that whole concept of organizing, because you mentioned like some of us, it's like our grandmother had touched this piece of paper and we're like, but I have to hold it. Grandma touched it. We are. So the service that you offer is not just saying to people, throw things away. You know, Naomi's watching and she's saying, why is she shouting at me? We talked about it. Michelle said, get out of my house. So you're touching some toes tonight. No. So going through when you get a client and you walk into a home, can you tell us what that, because I'm so interested in what that process is like, because you already see us holding on to things like, no matter look on the pot, because I'm the pot, trying to give me the pot here, it's ugly, but I love the pot. How do you help us?
The first day is a purge, and we go through it with the client because they have to be there. We all have different tastes. My taste isn't your taste, and I might not think, why did she buy this? That's not what we're there for. So the first day is the purge, and we hold up every item, keep, donate, or toss. And sometimes there's and then they put it to the side, think about it, we'll get back to it. And then we pick up something else. And by the end, we have a couple garbage bags full to donate, or friends and family first. Then you donate, garage sale, whatever. And then there's toss. That really, it's damaged. It's
dry rot.
The hot pan, and that's the first day's purge. After that, we don't want to see you. We want you out of the house, and we do our thing.
And leave us to it. But even
Like,
your
oh my God,
like, can you come tomorrow?
all of us have like 500 towels. Why? Each person, a family of 4, 2 towels each. There's 5 million towels. So we help you.
Okay, let me just get something clear. Let's just clear up something. Tanya is a minimalist. I'm not. I have the 500 towels, but they're folded, color coordinated nicely. So I'm not a minimalist by any stretch. So it's the yin and the yang. We work together. She's a minimalist. She doesn't believe in too many of anything. I love enough things. We love the shoes. And I love things. So We work together.
So that's the synergy. That's the synergy between us. She's the color code, yellow, the lighter yellow, the dark yellow.
I can go into my cupboard,
that's
my closet blindfolded.
Wow.
Take out some, because I have blacks and I have the color of the rainbow, and that's how I like to do clients, so that they can see. They can see it. If they have a print bottom, and they're like, "What will go with this?" They don't have to dig through. I hate the digging through. They just know that short sleeve, long sleeve. That's how I do it.
And
Cassie is like,
Kimberly,
No, the comments are killing me. Listen, Chelsea, send your mother's address. Don't tell her that she said it. Mai says she's ready.
yeah. And Kimberly Spencer has a question, Kat. Do you have a special technique to declutter, such as Marie Kondo? Oh, what it? Thanks for that.
No. Marie Kondo is great, and she deals with the mental and emotional part a lot. But we just everybody is different. You both might have the same size closet, but different needs. So we don't like to have a set system that is for everybody. We are just for Rochelle, just for Kathy. This is Kathy's closet. This is what Kathy reaches for. Rochelle may have gym stuff now. This is her gym period, her gym phase. So we're gonna put her gym stuff forward. So Marie Kondo is great, but we prefer to be more individual, more personal for you. Create a system for you.
Yeah. So it's a lot about creating systems. So can you tell us a little bit about what that process is like? I see Alicia said I even color coded my hangers. Alicia, I know you and I believe you.
Yes.
That's awesome. Because you know that there is this, I recognize that when you don't have it organized, like you end up wearing like the same set of clothes and the same set of shoes all the time, and you reach for all the things that are like at the top of the drawer. And then there's like stuff at the bottom that you don't even remember that are there. And then their entire drawer, sometimes there are too much things in there that if you open it, it's too hard to close back, so you just don't go in there at all. What is your system like? Norma Williams, you know I love you. She says, "Go girls!" I'm proud of you.
When you system, it should be simple enough that I'm going to use children for an example. When we set up a children's playroom and they have a play date, and the little kids especially are all over, and everything, Lego, dolls, everything's all over. The system is in place that even the children know that this bin is just for Lego, and this bin is just for dolls, this bin is for puzzles, this bin is for cars, this bin is for Barbies. And you do that so that, and make them a part of it. So that's for kids. We do that. With closets and drawers, we file fold. So we try to do it as best color coordinated, so that when you're looking for anything, it's file folded. It's also, you don't have to lift up 5 t-shirts to get to the one that you want and then make a mess of the drawer all over again. When it's file folded, you easily can see everything right across. So that is the system. We believe in bins. We believe in separating. If it's toiletries, you have your lotions, you have or face products, face, lips, everything is in a bin or in a container or something to that effect. So, and labeled.
Yeah. Naomi Garrick is asking, what does file folded mean?
Okay, so there is usually, you file a t-shirt.
They're just standing up.
You file a t-shirt that you would regularly file your t-shirt and stack it, but instead, if you fold it once over and create a seam, it will stand up almost by itself in a drawer. And that way, you just put them back to back like you would have a file in color coordinate and color coordinate.
Like accordion. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to roll it depending on the space of a drawer. Rolling is not, I find file folder much easier to find what I'm looking for. Roll, you still have to stack, you have to pick up and look. So
you're coming to my house tomorrow?
Anytime.
Anytime you're ready.
Naomi, you see that idea? Now it's like, oh my. I never thought of it. So instead of folding the traditional way that we pile things on each other, we actually end up like you almost have like a file drawer the same way you would look through a file drawer. So when you open the drawer, you can see things.
It works for almost everything.
Exactly.
If you have the drawer space.
Have you guys been on my life?
Like that science.
It makes sense, but you're like, that's when you realize sometimes that you do need to step back and allow a professional to come in and assist you, because a lot of it, I never thought of file folding, because again, I only take from the top. Because if I go to the bottom, I could mess up the drawer, so we just take the
whole thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Loretta, by the way, is joining us all the way from the UK. You know, there are several hours ahead of us. And she's here, and she said, didn't even know what that was, but that's how my t-shirts are. Loretta!
Great.
So even with your hanging clothes, I do spaghetti strap, sleeveless, cap sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, long sleeve, all whites, all reds, all blues. So that way, even if you have somebody that does your laundry and hangs it back up for you, whoever works for you, if you have somebody, they can do that too. It's an easy system to keep up. They don't just shove it in. They put it right. There's spaghetti straps. This goes here. Long sleeve. This goes here.
So is there anything that people have to do to prepare? So like, do I take out all my clothes out of the closet until you come? What do I do?
No.
I just need to know how to prepare. And Jen says that she has to be here when you come. I just need to know how to prepare.
We take out the thing and you sit down and we hold it up. Kathy, are you going to wear this again? Does it fit?
Each thing, each item
has Minnie Mouse on it. I mean, you have people that still have their Minnie Mouse pajamas when they were in university, and it's comfy and it's see-through now. It's threadbare. They still have it, and we're like, if you want to keep it, that's fine. But we're just saying, are you really gonna wear this again?
I feel like I need to declutter before you declutter, so I'm not embarrassed. I swear.
No, don't be embarrassed. We're not judging anybody.
There is no judgment.
I still have that Minnie Mouse t-shirt from high school that I still wear because it's so comfy. Yeah. Nobody's gonna catch me in it, but I still have it. But it's a process, and we're not forcing anybody. You don't have to declutter before we get. We want to be a part of the process.
Yeah, we want to see how you manage. Yeah.
So you hear Naomi says, some drawers don't even open. You hear that, Ajani Campbell, don't just shove it in the drawer.
No.
Kim is really dragging me. No, like you hear it your whole life before you. Michelle asked a very important question. What about the pieces that I will fit in again soon?
There's a lot of
Michelle,
that.
I still have those pieces too.
Yes,
when I use the 5-pound pieces, but you can't have 10 million of them. I have the jeans that don't pass my knee. And they're still in my closet because they're going to pass my knee. They're going to. But we don't need 20 jeans that can't pass the knee.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah,
I still, like I said, I'm not a minimalist like Tanya. Tanya doesn't have anything that she doesn't want. She's almost Marie Kondo-ish though, because she know that whole heap of things. She even takes pictures of her bills so that she doesn't have to save that.
Oh Lord.
No, but Tanya, we need to, because so it is so amazing that you guys are two ends of the scale, but still with the same kind of philosophy. And Tanya, I am in no way a minimalist. So can you tell us about that? Because even as Kim mentioned, taking a picture of your receipt, because I have receipts, like I keep receipts because I watch a lot of like crime shows, and I'm like, if anything happens, they can track me from these receipts that I have from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
What's about this? Because I'm just like, you're not afraid that's what I'm supposed to need it. How do you manage? And the minimalist approach, because there are some people who are more minimalist and would like to get their space to look that way.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, if you don't have the space, because some people have the space, they have a garage, they have a room they're not using, that can become their room to keep that extra stuff. But I believe if you really don't have that space, don't clutter up with those things. And that's from me, because I don't have a space to have a separate office or something like that. So I prefer to get rid of all those type of receipts. I mean, every ATM receipt, everything. But obviously, if you're buying a phone, your iPhone, you're gonna keep that stuff. But take a picture of it, because they wear off. The numbers wear off anyway. So that's for me. That's what it is to get rid of that
Computers
clutter.
as well.
Clutter.
What's that?
I said you can declutter our computers as well.
You know, we did a 40-day declutter for Lent. Instead of giving up Pepsi or giving up sweets,
All right.
we did a 40-day declutter. And one day was just going through your devices and clearing up the memes, the 100 memes that you get every day, or pictures that weren't, you get rid of. So we won't personally do that for you, but those things don't take time. Do a junk drop, the one beside your bed that you throw everything in, and you have the promotional key rings for everywhere that you go. Or do just your
Why do I have to do mugs? I'm obsessed with mugs.
Me too.
the easiest thing to do one thing per day in your kitchen.
One thing per day.
Go through Tupperware. The Tupperware is like socks. It don't have a lid. It have the curry stain. It crack. Get rid of those. Go through your pantry and get through everything that's expired. You'd be surprised. You think you're on top of it and you have everything, and then you go to use something and it's expired. And I don't. I know it's expired. My boyfriend tells me, no, that have 3 months. That's good. Dash it away. Dash it away. It's going. 2 days past the expiration date, I'm dashing away. So pick something and a small. Don't say, I'm going to do my kitchen today because Saturday and Sunday coming. You have all the time in the world because you're stuck at home.
All the time. We're on lockdown.
And you take everything out of the kitchen.
The space, the area.
Just say, okay, I'm going to do glasses today. Or why do I need the breakfast party cup and the Heineken cup and the Marabana cup and all those cups that you got because we love free. And maybe when the children come over and they have a play date, they can use that cup because it's not going to break.
Plastic, right.
You don't need. You can keep 2. It's like keeping the bands. Some people keep the bands for every party they go for carnival. That's it.
Rochelle, have you ever seen mommy comments on our any Wednesday for any of the three entire seasons that we have? Has my mother ever commented?
No, just tonight about the garbage bags.
I mean, seriously.
No, let me say the comments are hilarious. Naomi says, I have 2 cupboards just for mugs.
Okay.
Yvonne says, great service, lady. I'll need your help for my man cave. Kimberly is top. The mugs and the water bottles, like Alicia cannot manage. B3 Parenting, Michelle says, what's the statute of limitations on keeping bills and documents? Michelle, I ask myself that all the time. For contractual things, it is actually 7 years, and that's what I say to myself. I'm like, I am going to the ATM piece of thing that I cannot even read what's on it, but I'm gonna need it. Naomi said, you see the water bottles, and then we get all of these corporate.
You get a lot of promotion.
Oh my God! And you're like, this water bottle, it's so amazing. I'm gonna drink from it every day. Then you get the new one, and then you have a cupboard but you're like, but I'm gonna need them for when I'm running, and that day when I need this color water bottle. So I'm asking you this question. So I'm pretty good at decluttering a lot of things, but let me tell you something about mugs and water bottles and plastic containers. I'm obsessed with plastic containers. You know, the Chinese food things, and I'm like, but I'm gonna need them to put leftovers in. So you have stacks and stacks. How do you cause us to remove these things from our things so that we don't have attacks?
I'll give you a tip on the Chinese food containers, because if you don't, for those persons who don't have the money to order the nice containers off of the container store or Amazon, that junk drawer that has the loose batteries and the loose change, those Chinese containers come in handy. So if you want to just start, we're not telling anybody to go upcycle, recycle. I use them all the time. My daughter has clips in one. Instead of going up, and I also find that in Jamaica, you might go to All That Matters, Fontana's, Ashley's Variety Store, Azan Super Center. We love them all, but you might not find the quantity that you want at that time.
The color.
And then you have to order it. So in the interim, while you're organizing, or while we're organizing, until we get those containers, or if you want to order them yourself, we use those Chinese food containers. We use them as well to just separate things.
That is brilliant.
Brilliant.
Catherine is like, wow.
What did I think of that?
No, because every day my utility drawer, I'm gonna call it that now.
Yes.
Awful.
Yes, your utility
awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I could just like put the batteries together.
Right. The two little scissors, one even rusty. Put the two of them in one little.
Yes. Tiffany Spence says, I still have my employment letter in Jamaica for a summer job.
Here to Jamaica too.
I have it too.
Employment letter
I
too.
have it.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not.
I love this show. Michelle asked, can lotion, she actually says it like this, lotion can expire?
Yes, it can.
Yes.
I found out recently. You have this little bottle, but you're like, there are people who don't have any lotion, and it's little bit, and I'm gonna keep it. So Michelle, it's 7 years, so you can throw away the letters from 1988 now. No, but any other of those tips, because it's so funny, like I'm just like all of these Chinese food containers that I have been accumulating over the years can serve such a useful purpose. So I'm seeing a nice little project here for this weekend.
Yes.
Wow.
Repurpose.
Wow.
In your drawers. Even your accessories, like your earrings, you separate them in those little containers in a drawer or wherever you keep your jewelry, and you can see them when you go to it. And you don't spend all night trying to separate it and figure it out.
Or you wear the same. Yeah. No, you guys, I'm gonna need you. But Kathy, you got tired after you got Kathy, because Kathy.
Rochelle.
No, because you need them to.
Your commentary is really unnecessary. But after I saw Tiffany's bags, let me see. After I saw all of Tiffany's bags that she posted, I didn't really feel so bad. So Tiffany last week did a declutter, and she's highly recommending their service, right?
If and when was a great purger, though. She purged for all.
Clearly, all of those bags.
Just as much. She purged.
Yeah.
8 or 9 garbage bags full.
Whoa.
So I didn't feel so bad. That made me more open to bringing you into my house, Kim.
No, the thing is that because sometimes two people rely on you for things. So there's certain little things that you're like, Kathy must have it at our house. Let me go for Kathy's house. Kathy have it. So you always are like, but I'm the Girl Scout. I've got to have these things. So even as I'm releasing things, but as you say, it's sometimes just even organizing them so that they're in, you can find them. Because I find even earrings, you find with earrings, like I have an earring drawer and they're all nicely separated, but I still have them chuck up. So I wear the same earrings all the time. So if I can look in the drawer and see it at the top, your ain't gonna be worn. But ladies, this is so amazing.
This is fascinating. And the fact that everybody on live is commenting about the service, it means it's something that every single one of us need.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you know that, like, I needed to come, I need that file folding so bad. I need it.
Nice. Tiffany just sent her a picture of what it looks like. I told her she needs to share it with us because I still am clueless.
Yeah. No, when I on your Instagram page, because I follow you, that's why I know what file folding. I was like, is this a store? Can you imagine people? No, this is but how do people reach you for the service? Tell us about that. How do we get in touch with you for packages? Do you do a consultation? How does it all work? Because we're excited.
Have to do a consultation first, and then it depends. Some people want their refrigerator organized, just their kitchen, their linen closet, 2 closets. It can be one,
a garage,
specific job, or it can be. So we have to have a consultation and go through the entire home, or go through to figure out. And we are on Instagram and Facebook, DeClutterJa for both, and email is DeClutterJa@gmail.com. But we're new to this.
We're not too social media savvy.
We're not media savvy, so it's a learning curve. I mean,
that's a learning curve.
Huge learning curve. I was just like, my cousin's trying to say, "Oh, you can do this." I was like, "Oh, really? I didn't know you could do that."
I have to run to my kids, and they roll their eyes. Lord, mommy, no, you went on their feed. You must DM. You have to do private message.
I only found out what DM was just maybe a couple
the other
months
day.
ago.
Oh, Lord.
You need to know how to do that because you know how to file fold. I'm just like, I can DM and I can't file fold. Oh, look what Patrick says. Ladies, I definitely need help. Doctor with no time on his hands.
And
we're
that's
here for you.
people who have busy schedules, they don't have time to do it. So we do it for you. And we do it in a way that you should be able to maintain, or your helper can maintain. Yeah.
Wow.
And so just send you an email or send you a DM and reach out to you to schedule our consultation.
A consultation, yes.
Most people now are doing virtual. Unfortunately, for virtual consultations, you don't get as much of a true reflection of what
the
is
amount.
there. It's the amount that is there. It's kind of hard, but obviously we have to, unless you're comfortable with us coming, following COVID protocols. But we do virtual consultations, and we just take us through every space and show us exactly your problem areas.
So Dr. Patrick wants to know what are your hours of operation so he can contact you.
We are available.
Take time with that.
So we have been furloughed from Caribbean Airlines. However,
we're available now
to go back for 1 month, but the flying is minimal. The flying is minimal and will be minimal for a little bit. So just call us and we will work it out. It doesn't have to be a weekend. It can be in the week. Obviously, for the next 3 weeks, weekends are out, but it can be in the week. And we just tell you, consultation, project, what you want done, and we'll work it out for you.
Is there like a WhatsApp number that we can share that people can easily reach out to you?
Our personal
number.
But
wait. Just regular.
Well, the numbers are on their Instagram page.
Okay.
Yeah. So all their information, all their contact information is on their Instagram page at DeClutterJa. And you can email them at DeClutterJa@gmail.com. So they're easy to find and they're very responsive.
And Kimberly says, this is an amazing service, lady. Congrats on wishing you much success as you soar.
That's your Jamaica life.
No, this is really an amazing service. And it's always just, as you see different innovative ideas that we can form into businesses based on our talents and skill sets. And COVID has forced many of us to monetize these things and formalize them into businesses. And as you can see, many of us want to tap into the service. Fantastic.
So
thanks for having us.
It's important though, before you guys leave, because we understand decluttering, but I think we want to put into perspective how decluttering actually helps us mentally and even emotionally to literally purge. Tiffy said the purging day was wrong. But when we have a space that is clutter-free, what impact does it have on us, on our lives, and personally?
You feel lighter.
Well, yes, and free. And remember too, sometimes it's not even declutter your personal stuff. Even for me, when I lost my mom, I didn't go in the house for a year. I just opened the door, picked up the mail, and left. So that's what we're there for too, can help with the loss, clearing the loss of a loved one's place, because it's very, very difficult. So declutter can mean so many things, because you may not need declutter, but then you can't handle the room your mom was in or a loved one. So declutter is so important for even your car, as simple as it seems. These shopping bags now, we have to walk in, we have to be running back to the car because we forgot the shopping bag or we forgot the mask. So all those things, is your jumper cables, everything. If it's organized in the back of your car, you feel better. You just feel better about yourself and feel better about everything. It makes a space for you to look forward to the next journey. So that's what we are about, helping you to declutter that space and your mind.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, ladies. I mean, perfect to set us up for next week with our visioning session with Roshi. But this is very necessary. And I'm sure you're going to be getting lots of phone calls and emails and DMs after tonight. I will be the first.
You can't be that bad.
Okay. Well, you saw my mother's comment, right? My mother, Auntie Jen, there, the evidence is there.
Oh my God.
But I can do it.
Yes.
You can.
Dr. Patrick says clutter can cause feelings of stress, fatigue, and depression, according to recent research. Indeed. And B3 Parenting says, Air Jamaica ladies again. So proud.
Yep. Dr. Patrick says, stress contributes to poor sleep, poor eating habits, general poor health. Absolutely. Yes, wow. The decluttering is the best way to start to relieve some of that stress. I agree.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. This was awesome.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Grateful. Thanks, ladies.
All right.
Take care.
Wow. They have no idea what they're in for.
Oh my gosh. That was so awesome.
Yeah. My mother and Auntie Jen are still going at it.
Yeah. No, it's funny, like sometimes it's just like is talking to people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I can't believe like Chinese food containers serve a
so useful. Yep. No, I wish I wrote a bunch of them last week after I saw Tiffany's post, and I went on Kim's page. I started to shed a few things, but no, I wish I never dashed them away.
Oh, this is amazing. So, Cass, are you going to wrap up? Because you're the wrap-up coin.
Well, so for all of our emerging entrepreneurs, we got some words of wisdom from both Elsa and Selena, where we have to let our passion drive us. That's really what it is. What's our why? What keeps us going? What drives us every day? Taking care of ourselves, our environment, our surroundings. So we declutter, we beautify, we enhance our oxygen with the plants that we have in our room. And of course, we have to take care of ourselves, and everything ties in together. Decluttering our lives helps us to have a less stressful life. You know, we feel less cluttered in our mind and in our physical space. It leaves us open to so much more, you know. And then of course our health, we all know our health is our wealth. You know, if nothing else, COVID has taught us that. And so we have to take care of ourselves, whether it is, you know, weight loss or just living a healthier life, eating more healthy, and being able to really focus on the things that matter. And so we're super excited that, you know, we had this session today that will help us to clear out our mind, clear out our spaces to get ready for our visioning session next week. Because, you know, we're in March already. And normally at the beginning of the year in January or December, everybody's doing their vision boards. And then life happens and we forget about it. And so March is a good time. It's the end of the quarter where we're moving into April now. And we want to sit and reflect on, you know, where we wanted to start. Did we actually accomplish some of those things? Are some of those things even important anymore, especially after we declutter our lives? What actually matters moving forward? What do our health goals look like? Our money goals, everything else that's important to us. And so all three of us, Naomi will be here next week, Rochelle will be here next week, and I will be here. So thank you everybody for joining us. We are looking forward to seeing you next week for our last episode. And of course, we're going to have giveaways because, Rashi, it's our 1 year anniversary.
Yes, so we're ending season 3 and it's our 1 year anniversary. I cannot believe it already.
I know. I'm excited. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Tonight is definitely an episode that you want to share because there's so many important things that we learned. And you know, share the resources that you got tonight with your friends, with your family, anybody that can use the services. You can follow us on all of our platforms at Ready to Emerge. You can email us at readytoemergenow@gmail.com for any information. If you want to contact any of our guests, feel free, if you don't get through to them on social media, to reach out to us. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a wonderful rest of your week, everybody.
Bye.